and say I can be with you.
Mm. Yeah.
I can be with you at that time.
Right.
I'm gonna try to get there earlier though.
Okay.
Thank you. You got 5 minutes. Yes. Who's calling? In about, we just took the picture. We're on right now. Go on in there, okay? Yes, sir. Bye-bye. He said he would. It was just given to me. What do you want me to do about it? Fine. Fine. They're not in sequence. This is not 7. This is not 8, 9. No. I'll release it tonight. I'll release it. Let me go. Let me go. Bye bye. happened to the file? Oh, I think I guess I left it in the other room. Where should we look? Is it on, babe? Okay. You know, when that doctor weighed me out today, I thought, no, I'm lighter than that.
Did you have your phone in your pocket?
I had my phone in my pocket, yeah. Oh, God. Two files. Thank you. Is this water, babe?
Uh-huh.
You press 300 pounds. You don't weigh 300 pounds. That's funny. Oh, I forgot to give you a title for today, huh?
Q&A. That's all we ever do.
A Q&A. But it's actually more than that, isn't it? Yeah. Eddie Banaro says, "You're the man, Frank. You're really funny and good. Hope you have fun tonight. See you."
That's the Buckeye Balls.
That's the Buckeye Balls? That's Eddie?
Yep.
I didn't know that was his last name. How you doing, Eddie? D. Lampley wants to know, are you having a good day, Tink?
Are we having a good day?
Yeah. Heck yeah, right?
Yep.
You better believe we are. Mel Medina says, hope you're doing well, Frank. I might tell you tonight. What you need, babe?
No, I was just thinking that name. Isn't that the wedding that we went to? The wife's name?
Mel.
M-E-L or M-E-I?
Medina. Medina.
There's a Larry. That's funny.
No, because it's a gentleman. Looks like he's got a mustache. ISX, wake up. Let's go. ISX, wake up? That's the problem, Steve. They woke up about 2 weeks early. What they did was, Iran, pay now. Iran doesn't pay now. Iran will never pay Iraq anything. We don't want any of their money anyways. Get out of here. Frank, be at peace. God is in control. W Freak 1, I think it's it. Yeah, you have no idea. You have no idea. I will tell you later, though. I will tell you later. Everything's okay. Premium has been on fire. I went in there last night and I told everybody, ask me one question. Aloha, bro. How's it, my brother? I am live on the air, starting right now with Q&A. I miss talking to you. I try call you. Next week so we can talk. Also, I look for you tomorrow on your radio program at 9 my time. Aloha, Quentin. Let's go. Well, this is your file up to 7. And then I was at a place today this morning, and we get a call, and my wife says, "It's him." What's up? He wants to talk to you. I was at the doctor's. And I told the doctor, I said, "Stop what you're doing." And he did. And I got on the phone and I said, "Yes, sir." He says, I'm ready to give you another one." Oh, good. And I took it on the doctor's form that I that I had to fill out, forward and backwards. That was pretty cool. You know that God is great. You know that, right? But when we're done with our work today, whoever stays, whoever's interested, I'd like to tell you about my visit today to the doctor. I'd like to tell you about my visit to the doctor today. Isn't he cute? Look at this little guy. Look at here. Let me see if I can blow him up a little bit. I think it's a Band-Aid. Mm-hmm. It's a Band-Aid. He's so cute. There is power in prayer. There is power in numbers of prayer, in my opinion. When we're done, I'd like to talk to you about prayers for me. But until then, we have work to do. 3, 2, 1, go. Greetings, family! Welcome to another one of your Frank 26 UB2Bs. It is the 25th? Yep. Is it? 25th of April, 2020. I greet you in agape love because God loves us. Will you join me in a prayer? Abba, Heavenly Father, I thank you so much. I thank you so much for the known, and I ask you to prepare me for the unknown. It is in the name of your Son, Jesus, that I pray for this conference call tonight. Amen, amen, amen. It's good to be with you. We study the Iraqi dinar, and it's Saturday. And Saturday is the day that we answer your questions. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to answer your questions. Reggae boy. This is Frank. Quit scaring us. I don't have to. uh, it's it's scary enough, but it's in the hands of the Lord. We have a report. We had a phone call from Walking Stick while I was at the doctor, and he says, "Need to talk to you." I said, "Okay." He said, "How come I went into premium?" I said, "Yes, sir." They're talking about the proposal that was laid out at the table. Nobody knows that. Well, I mean, it's in the article, but nobody caught it. Why are you talking about it? Because, sir, the Iraqi Stock Exchange came out with a proposal of 1,000 to 1 on their base index. Yeah, we found out it's a base index. He said, "All right. Well, all right." And what did you do? I said, "Well, I laid out what they put on the table, the very first proposal. I didn't I didn't do it until yesterday, sir. You told me not to talk about it. I didn't. But then when the article came out and it said what it said, that the proposal that was being set at this table with the CBI and the Fab Four and all of those that are involved in the Iraqi dinar monetary reform, they brought forward the idea to I'm trying hard. I can't to lower the value of the Iraqi dinar against the American dollar. But our family didn't understand that, sir, and I had to explain it. And I explained it to you. What was it yesterday? Oh, in premium. If you belong to premium, you got hit hard yesterday, didn't you? It made you happy though, didn't it? Y'all posted afterwards a bunch of thank yous and thank yous and thank yous and praise God. May we thank God for the understanding. I'm having a little trouble, just a little trouble tonight. Can you bear with me? Okay. Just bear with me, that's all. And I said that I didn't want anyone to think that that's what they were agreeing upon. And he said to me, "Frank, you better get back in there and explain that, because if you brought it up to them, and if the article says that exactly, then they're misinterpreting it." I said, "I know they are." I just backed away. I tried to explain it last night in premium. You see, family, you didn't even catch where the article said that this meeting was was the proposals of decrease of decreasing the value of the Iraqi dinar against the American dollar. Many of you thought that it was, the reciprocal of it, and that would have made sense, but it wasn't. You see, what happened was that when this meeting started, when was it? Jeez, 7, 8, 9, 10 days ago or more. The Fab Four, Daddy, enough is enough. Here. And as we looked at it, or as we studied it, as it came out in articles, we came to the conclusion there's at least 10 line items here. Next thing you know, they start giving you the line items. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Wow. 5, the American dollar. What was 6? It was actually Iraqi Stock Exchange and what they did. And what was 7? Well, it was actually a combination of a video and the article from these meetings. Now, when you saw that article in our forum, it just went on and on and on and on. Hold on a second. And on and on. That was huge. And did you read it? Of course you read it. Word for word of what we've been telling you. Not of 1 and 2, because they already got the article. Not of 3 and 4, because they already got the article. Not of 5, how to use the American dollar in the government of Iraq. You got those articles. And it wasn't 6 either, was it? So, and to me, 6 was pretty much this proclamation from the Iraqi Stock Exchange. Why don't we write these things down so we don't mess this up again? Okay, because Walking Stick also noticed you gave him 10 items. Yeah, well they're up to 8 or 9. That's not possible. I didn't give you that far. I said I know. You write this down. Number 1, stop the auctions at the CPI. Come on, that's a dream come true. That's only for the purpose of raising the value of the Iraqi dinar. In my opinion, this whole call, did I tell you? Once upon a time in a galaxy far, far away, that all of this was in my opinion. It still is. Until. Number 2, number 1, stop the auctions. Number 2, stop using the American dollar in the auctions. Miracles. And when we told you 2 weeks ago from this Monday, the following day on Tuesday, there it was. And the article is in our thread, final article thread. Number 2, stop using the American dollar. Play fairly. Number 3, the article's here. And the day before, we told you. They're about to tell you they got a new currency with a new exchange rate. Sure enough, number 3, new currency. Number 4, working on the exchange rate. You want the proof of these? They're in our final article thread. You do belong to our forum, right? Please don't wait until it's copied and pasted and taken to that other sites. Please show respect. So you now know 1, 2, 3, 4, a new rate. And number 4, number 4, the new rate, yeah. And number 3, a new currency. Wow. Okay, so number 5, what did we establish that as? Well, it's more of how the Iraqi dinar and the American dollar, I guess it's where they're going to go on their honeymoon. And then we spent 2-3 days showing you the power behind the American dollar. Ain't nothing getting in its way. And everyone knows it. Everyone knows it. Watch this. Ring-a-ding-ding. Ring-a-ding-ding. Hello, this is China. Who this? This is Trump. How you doing? Hey, Trump! Trump, did you have anything to do with Kimmy? Of course not. Did Kimmy have anything to do with us? Of course not. Then we're even, aren't we? Tell me, China. Tell me, China. I see it. Tell me, China. Yeah, Trump. You just lost your little female dog, didn't you? What you gonna do now? Who's gonna do the dirty work for you, China? Around the world, huh? Talk to me, walk with me. I don't know. Of course you don't know. You want Russia to help you? No. You know very well that King Clement said very well, Russia should be leader of the North Korea. You are dead. You are a vegetable. In fact, hold on a second, China. Can you hold on? Yeah, we can hold on. Good. I'm glad you can hold on because I want to read it to you. You see, China, as much as you say no, there was a man by the name of King Clement that told you guys about your leader. And you didn't pay attention. He's not our leader. Then why'd you act like he was? So China, what are you going to do? You don't have anybody to be the little pain in the butt to everybody else now, do you? What you gonna do? You're gonna go to turn to Russia? You're gonna turn to South America? Who are you gonna turn to for help? Who are you gonna turn to for help? Us? The United States of America? Sure, we'll help you. This is insane. It will not hold the image. It's constantly flipping. It will not let me read it.
Look in. I think I sent you a picture.
This is
earlier.
insane.
Let me see.
I was on a roll too. The Iraqi Stock Exchange adjusted the limit down percentage change, declined to 5% to 10% for the previous closing price. Keep the limit up percentage 10 for the previous closing price. That's interesting. Thank you, babe. I want to read something to you. This is from our friend, Kim Clement. You old timers, you remember when turn off rotation? Where did that command come from? What is
On
that?
your phone, it might be a setting to turn off the rotation of your picture.
Oh, is that what you're trying to do? Help? Somebody's trying to help. Oh, aren't you sweet? Thank you. Anyways, when you old timers, you remember when Kim Clement came to us? It was about this time when he said this. I didn't talk to him about North Korea because honestly, I thought, dude, how far fetched is that, huh? Okay, but tell me, Mr. Clement, about the Iraqi dinar, and he did. He told all of us on our program, and then we said, thank you, God bless you, sir. And then a couple of years later, he passed away. Now, I want to read to you what he said. It's called the Kim Clement prophecy for North and South Korea here. God said, a sign shall be this. 2 signs shall I give you. One shall be the death of a leader who shall rapidly deteriorate. You see, the rumor was that he was dead a week ago from CNN. And he rapidly deteriorated. In Korea, for God has said, I will take both North and South Korea and make it one. Kim, your days are numbered, says the Lord. South Korea, North Korea shall become one, saith the Lord. North Korea, your president is dead. He is already dead. I have already written on the wall, Mene, Mene, Tekel, Parsin. God said, your days are numbered. You have been counted in the balances. Therefore, Kim, it is now time for you to face this that you have done. It has been iniquitous. You are no longer alive. You are a vegetable. You are brain dead. And God said, because of that, I will cause that to bring about unity. In South and North Korea, the greatest move of the Spirit shall come from there. I see China in a position now where they got no choice but to work with the United States of America. Because they just lost their punching bag. They just lost their Doberman Pinscher that loves to bite anybody for any reason. Because the iniquitous events of this horrible regime has to be balanced. Evil does not win on God's time. Evil wins on its own time. And it's time for us to win. I don't know. I picked up the phone. I'm going to get to your questions and answers, I promise you. I have so much to tell you, and I don't even know. I have so much to tell you. What is today? Saturday. I never thought that this could happen. I wanted to make sure or have a better understanding because CNN, well, maybe they got a wind of it, but boy, did they exaggerate it just to draw their attention to them. Well, that's what they do for a living. They lie. Then I pick up the phone and I call Northeast. I said, verified? No. Not verified? No. Thank you. About 2 hours later, here. I won't tell you who I'm talking to though, but here. What would it be under? 9. Look up a 9 for me. Bring in 9. Got it. Thank you. Watch. So it turns out that hey, I need help. What's up? We were in the Babe, do we have a piece of tape? I don't want to block. I won't block this number. We were in the process actually of downloading Donald Trump's mobile app because for whatever reasons. Anyways, here, let me just cover it like that. And we stopped what we're doing, and I started to talk to him, and I said, "Hey, go to TMZ. Go to TMZ. See what we got. Is it for real this time?" And he says, "Reports are, it was a botched cardiac catheterization procedure to put in a stent." So, is this verified, or is it still be under an opinion? Does this story have any validity to it? Not sure. Not sure what this will do. Also not sure what this will do with relationships with the United States, as China likes having North Korea to do all the dirty work of harassments for them. And to which I said, "Oh, they'll comply. All China will comply because they need a lot of help, especially now that North Korea is down." We need to double check. We need to find out if he's really down. Yes, my sources think that if it were false news, that they would have paraded him out in public. Son of a gun. That's just brilliant. Thank you. Yeah, I said to him, well, I didn't say son of a gun, I said, excellent point.
You got his number?
I was like, no, it's just got part of the number up there, and you're never going to find it after that, honey. I apologize, sir, but they can't see the full number. Excellent point, because I don't see him coming out defending this. Looks like I have to talk about this today on our UV2B Wish Me Luck. And then we talk and we talk and we talk. So anyways, family, yeah. Oh, huh? I bring this up because if it's true about Kimmy, I believe that what we're studying will even go much faster now. What are we waiting for? Well, maybe the dissolvement of the parliament, of the whole GOI. When's that going to take us up to? Probably sometime until the first or the second week of next month. We want to wait that long? It really doesn't matter to me. It's happening. It's on the track. What, are you going to push over the train off the track? Let me see you do it. No, they're releasing the line items of this meeting that is so important, and that leads to an end of the monetary reform, in my opinion. And ladies and gentlemen, it started out by them saying that we want to decrease the value of the Iraqi dinar against the American dollar. No. So, you saw the CBI come out with this meeting and 1, 2, 3, 4, and but then they stopped right around 5. They haven't told you much more after that. Then all of a sudden, a video comes out from the very beginning of the history of the Iraqi dinar, and the citizens see it. Well, that's part of number 5, still to flow down the information. Then, what we call number 6, pardon me, was that the Iraqi Stock Exchange comes out and they talk about the base index. Now, remember I told you we needed to know what index they were talking about? Remember that? You didn't go look. I saw 2 people talk about it, and one of them actually caught it right, but I stayed away and kept quiet. Then yesterday I go into team chat, in premium team chat, and I floor you, don't I? Well, I want to floor you again. Take that information that I gave you from team chat. You ready? When the meeting was going on, they proposed right away, we want to decrease the value of the Iraqi dinar. Stupid, get out of here. And they did. That was shut down within, it wasn't even within a minute. And this whole call is, in my opinion, okay? Imagine you yourself, well, that's what we said yesterday in premium, didn't we? How did I say it? Imagine yourself sitting at a long table, and with these people on the left and right. And are we ready? Yeah. Daddy's reps are here. CBI, GOI, the ones that are working with monetary reform. You guys are all here, right? Right. All right. Here we go. What you guys got? What's up? Let's start. In the first proposal, we suggest, what do you suggest? That we decrease the value of the Iraqi dinar against the American dollar. Next, and that was quickly thrown out. Quickly thrown out. Now, what's interesting is that the following day, you see something from the Iraqi Stock Exchange, and what do I say? Will you shut up? First the 6th, then the 18th, now the 26th. Just shut up. Don't talk about this. And I exaggerated to a point because, you see, in the meeting where they presented the idea of decreasing the value against the American dollar, and quickly removed, the next proposal was from our side. You're going to increase the value of your currency. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, all that stuff was just spewed out. And it's all in our final article thread. I'm not making this stuff up. Even though I have to tell you, it's all in my opinion. There it is. Yeah, we got a new currency. Yeah, we have a new exchange rate. Yeah, we stopped using the auctions for that purpose. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is a dream come true. Now, in that meeting, when the first idea to lower the value of the dinar is stupid, what was the next suggestion? It was from our side, and what was it? It was actually from the CBI, but it was because the CBI had been, in my opinion, suggested to say this. What? You're not going to believe this. But the CBI, in this meeting, came out and talked about 1,000 to 1. While the Iraqi Stock Exchange comes out and says, oh, we're moving our base index 1,047%. You just do it. Don't talk about it. Because inside of this meeting that's ongoing, they're not talking about it. What? And that's where the problem comes in, especially with the other gurus. At this meeting, the second proposal that was put to them was a 1,000 to 1 rate. And there's your 3 zeros. And the same thing that the Iraqi Stock Exchange tried to come out and talk about. Shut up. Okay. Because the goal is to be 1 to 1. Okay. Inside of this meeting, it was the CBI that brought out the 1,000 to 1 for the purpose of fractional banking. Outside of this meeting, the Iraqi Stock Exchange, who is at these meetings, says after the meeting, we're going to make a move. Is it to the increasing of the, is it for the decreasing of the Iraqi dinar? No, we added 1,047% to it. Shut up. Okay. And this is what Walking Stick wanted me to tell you. Actually, he wants me to tell you a lot more. It was an intermediate move of 1,000 to 1. Because they don't want to introduce fractional banking. And that was in the meeting, not the 1,000 to 1 that was outside. See, these are two different animals. These are two different animals. One's a monkey. The other one's an elephant. They're different animals, man. But you don't know that. And you got confused. And you ran with it. And today, inside of Premium, even though I gave you some information last night, you still didn't get it. And the video, which we labeled, what number did we label the video? Heck, I don't even remember now. Oh, number 7. It's actually the video and the article. The huge, gigantic one that came out of these meetings that said, look, this is what we're doing with our exchange rate and our currency, blah, blah, blah. And no, we're not decreasing, we're going to increase it. Oh. At the beginning of that article, it says, we've studied the effects of decreasing the value of the Iraqi dinar against the American dollar. One year, not the other. Nobody caught it. Like hell you are. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Like heck you are. And then later on in the article, wait a minute, we changing gears here? Yeah, we blew out the manifold. Yes, sir. Line items. That's what all these articles are. Oh, Walking Stick wants to thank Eminem. I thanked Eminem last night. I think I came in around 8 o'clock in the evening, and I told the premium members, I said, I'm in a good mood. Ask me one question. I'll be back in an hour. So I came back in an hour. Actually, I came back in about 3 hours because I got busy on the phone. And there's your question, and I answered it for you. It was about SDR. It was a good question, by the way. But Walking Stick wants to thank Eminem. I thanked you yesterday for that long report that you came out with. And then today, Walking Stick thanks you because he saw you in Premium reaching out to these people. He said he looks like a guy with a baseball bat. No! He's in there trying to help as many people as he can. But it's frustrating because not everybody comes to class at the same time. And those that come late demand to be fed, demand that everything stops so that they can catch up and be satisfied. I've never, ever done business like this before, on the internet. I don't like it. And I'm looking forward to ending. They discuss both. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The increase and the decrease of the Iraqi dinar value. And then the Iraqi Stock Exchange comes out and what do they say? Shut up! Well, they talked about it. Yeah, but it's not out just yet. Well, how come you guys have it? Because my friend has... never mind. And then when they threw the first one out and brought out the second one, they threw numbers around. What do you mean they threw numbers around? Yeah, the ones that were recalculated. And what they came up with, this is all in my opinion, if I was there at this meeting,
It was an intermediate move of 1,000 to 1, uh, so that they wouldn't have to introduce fractional banking. At the onset, maybe a little time later. What's that? The fills. We told you, go get them. At the ATMs? No, they're not made for that. Go to the banks. Okay. The ones they showed us in the pictures? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was an intermediate move for the CBI at this meeting to declare a 1,000 to 1 ratio because they wanted to combat fractional banking. It was an immediate response. It was an immediate response. What you got? Lower the bank. No, this is what you're gonna do. The 1,000 to 1 is to position the Iraqi dinar for a change in their rate. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope you caught that. Inside of this meeting, it was the CBI that proposed it. 1,000 to 1. Outside of this meeting, it was the Iraqi Stock Exchange that should have kept its mouth shut. But it is what it is. Apparently, it didn't bother you. It didn't affect you. You didn't understand it. I guess that's what they wanted. In these last days, superior confusion. I hope you understand. The 1,000 to 1 is to position the Iraqi dinar for a change in their rate, both inside of this meeting, CBI, and outside of this meeting, Iraqi Stock Exchange, know very damn well what's going on, don't they? Do you? The Iraqi Stock Exchange 1,000 to 1 is a it's kind of like the education still flowing down to the citizens, but it wasn't from the Iraqi Stock Exchange to the citizens. It was more to the international world. What's happening inside of Iraq with this meeting that it's over with now, by the way. That's why you got the whole report. That is what is happening. Okay, the video is what happened with your currency in the past. That long article, whew, is what is happening. 1 through where are we up to? About 7 is what is happening. Actually, what has happened. So the Iraqi Stock Exchange move of 1,000 base points, was an index points, was not for the value. It's not for the value. It's not for the value. You with me? What you mean? Well, by doing that, it did not add value to it. It put it in position to add value. Oh. But what they're doing in the meeting with the CBI, that is to add value. Yes! Sounds like 2 words. You got it! Yes, man. There you go. So the Iraqi Stock Exchange, outside of this meeting, moved to 1,000 base points. It's not to add value, because it didn't. It's so that it is so that the variables of mathematics, the recalculations, can be used. So it's not values. What they did is for the stock market. But what the CBI is doing and talked about in this meeting about the 1,000 to 1 directly reflects the currency of the Iraqi dinar, the value of the Iraqi dinar, the new exchange rate of the Iraqi dinar. The 1,000 to 1. Okay. Now, do you want the rest of this? Do you want the rest of this? Well, we should go to our questions. Because look at here, pay close attention. You now understand what that article did and what the Iraqi Stock Exchange did. Even though they talked about 1001, they were for two different reasons. One was to add value inside the meeting from the CBI, and the other one was positioned to position this mathematics, these variables to be added to the international market. Right? Okay. But I can go a little further. You see, when it was first handed out, when they first, okay, what you got? What's this? What is this? This is what we propose. No. Yes, we want 1,500 to 1, and because if we do that, shut up. What do you mean, shut up? Shut up. 2 words, adjective and verb. Shut the freak up if that's what it takes. This is what you're going to do. Not your ideas. This. 1,000 to 1. And the 1,500 to 1 versus the 1,000 to 1. Why? Well, there's a lot of reasons why. It's because we won. That was the best part probably of the notes. Why? Why? Because we won! And you didn't, China. Yeah, got a lot to tell you and about this 1,001 versus 1,500 to 1, because that's what just started the whole process of where we're at now up to what, number 7. So here's what I'll do. I'm going to leave that concept. You understand now. There was 2 different animals. Now you understand better, okay? Go tell the other gurus. And, and now, what about at the very beginning of the meeting? What launched and what triggered and where are we at? And why are you so happy, Frank? So I'll put this over here, and we'll think about talking about this when we're done, or we'll talk about it with you on Monday, in depth. And when you see the very first steps of what happened and where it's at now, and why 1,000 to 1 in the article has nothing to do with 1,000 to 1 from the Iraqi Stock Exchange article. Okay, good. Whoa. Praise the Lord. Yeah, praise the Lord. Let me just, I promise I won't get involved. I don't have the strength today to get involved. I just want to see what you're saying real quick. Hold on a second here. Share, we deserve it, bro. What do you think? And what do I deserve? I need time to rest, but I'll tell you later. In the meantime, you're saying, yeah, okay, more, please. Oh, Haze and haze until you read Bible, grasp it. You will never understand. We under God's time, not your time. That's why I said it's about it's time.
They're responding to somebody else.
It's time for us to win. And if you saw the note, what did it say? We won. It takes hours to put your UB2Bs together. And if you follow it, you see how it all snaps together at the very end. At the beginning, the end is usually what we start from at the beginning. It's called composite. No questions, more information, no talk, no Frank. Oh, we went. Oh, you're nice. You're all being nice. 1,000%. Actually, it was 1,047%. Is a tenfold increase in investment. Pretty awesome. It's more than a tenfold increase. But okay. Yeah, great news. Okay. Here's David Burks. 1,000 to 1 would seem to make internal markets transactions inside Iraq easier to do. Yeah, it's called fractional banking. You don't want to get involved with that. It's very simple. It's 1 to 1. All right, so you're all saying yes. Okay. No, thank you. Now, let's go to your questions. Want to? Okay. How many we got today? 48. 48?
For real? Some guy was actually, I don't understand Spanish. Remember last week or last time we were together and I was answering the questions in Spanish? People that speak Spanish like to hear their language. People that speak Spanish appreciate having a question answered in Spanish. And then if you notice, I answered it in English, word for word. But somebody's got to complain. Oh, I don't understand Spanish. That's not fair. That's Hold your water. Alrighty, from hey, why don't we start backward? No, I don't want to start backwards. No, it doesn't matter. It'll throw up no matter what. Hey, this man, Iran brought a lot of misery, a lot of pain to the world, killing people's families left and right, Saddam, all these people. Word has it, Intel has it that that's what Kimmy was like, with these prisons and all that. Remember that young American that came home last year, but they beat him senseless and he died after he arrived in America. And his mom and dad oh, they were so sad. Let's go back. And I wanted to read to you about Kim Clement, what he had to say about North Korea, because you should see what he has to say about Iraq and the dinar. I am actually seriously thinking of getting a hold of Clement's association or church or whatever it is to see if I can have a representative of theirs to call me to see if there's any way that we can interview them and talk to them. For those of you that are, there's one man that's next to Ken Clement's church that originally helped us to get this man. Yeah, if you can help us, let me know. I'd like to see if there's anybody from Kim Clement's Inc. Enterprise Corporation, whatever it is, church, that we could talk to. Let's start, family. Want to with your questions. From Mark and Pam. Hey, Mark and Pam. By the way, Mark and Pam, I want to thank you. I was talking to Tink about you guys yesterday. I said, golly, it's a shame we never found a place for them in our administration. I like you guys. You're very astute. I don't know if it's one talking or the both of you talking, but I appreciate you and what you do in our forum, in premium, how you help people. I saw when you came back and after I answered that question, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning and y'all were still there. I really thank you, Mark and Pam. You're good people. You're good souls. Here we go. Starting with question number 1 from Mark and Pam. With the CBI changing the index on the... Y'all gotta stop. Because you just made me lose my questions. I know you want to help. I know you're excited. But can I ask you kindly, stop it. I already know all the stuff you're sending me, with all due respect. And I know you're excited about it. So keep it and enjoy it, okay? Thank you. And I like how some of these questions are asked. The question, well, everything I just read is exactly what I've been teaching you. What do you want me to say about what I taught you? Was it true? No, I'm a liar. House of Destiny. Is that what these guys are trying to post and send to me? I saw that. Thank you. Yeah, that's right. It is that. That's what it's called, House of Destiny. And it's a relative of his that runs it. His daughter. Yeah, that's right. She's sweet. Let's try this again without any interruptions here. Okay. With the CBI changing the index on the Iraqi stock exchange, but today we learned that that's not true, is it? On the Iraqi stock exchange, in preparation for a new rate, it is the Iraqi stock exchange that made that move based on what the CBI released from these meetings. 2 different animals. One adds value. Thank you, CBI. one receives the values internationally. Thank you, Forex. What did we call them? I forget. There was a word that we came up with. These were. They would intervene. So with the CBI changing the index on the Iraqi Stock Exchange in preparation for a new rate, and your comment last night in Premium on the Iraqi Stock Exchange alerting the world as to an open, immediate change, would the next mechanism be a smooth transaction and introduction formally of the new small category notes? Mark and Pam, yes. We just don't know when. You can see this yellow brick road is leading to the Wizard of Oz. I just don't know how long that trip is going to take. Now, when you see the speed and you see Daddy getting involved, and then you see inside the CBI saying something and outside receiving it, what I say, hey, catcher, what? Get ready to catch that fastball. From who? From the CBI. Remember that? So I don't know when, but Jiminy Crickets, yeah. And your question really is, would it be a smooth transaction into the introduction of the new small category notes? Yes, because in my opinion, the ATM machines are very smoothly lubricated right now. Yeah. Is in place. Everything is set. I mean, if I knew something that I wasn't happy about, I'd tell you. But this last meeting, this countdown, these line items, these dream come true statements. Have you ever seen them before? Have you ever seen them before? 1 through 5, 6, we're up to 7. Have you ever seen a video telling you about their history of their currency? Have you ever seen a long article telling them what they're going to do next with their currency? Yeah, we got a new currency. We got a new exchange rate. We got a new. No. So I can't help but to be happy. We the happy people. Who's the happy people?
Samoans.
The Samoans. Okay, question number 2 from Invest. Are we going to go into public banks at the teller windows, or are we expected to get brokers that deal with currency exchanges? Exchanging this much at a window would be unheard of. Yeah. Invest. I already did this. I can't, and I'm not going to do it anymore because my team's telling me not to, and I have agreed with them. I'm not a financial advisor. I am not a wealth advisor. I am not here to tell you this is the way to go exchange. This is the way to do things. Only exchange so much. No, stop it. That's your business. But your question is, should we go to a bank to exchange? And that's why I set up that one call. We laid out, I don't know how many steps. It was like 20 or 30 steps. From the moment you wake up and say hello to yourself in that mirror. You know what I'm saying? And then, what if you have a lot of dinars? You better have a lawyer, I told you. International, domestic lawyer. Why? Hello, I'm representing Frank, and we'd like to go to your bank to exchange and make an appointment, please. Could we have that taken care of? In fact, you know what? We'd much rather have one of your representatives come to our home, to Frank's home, yeah. Yeah, he's got dinars and he wants to exchange them. We want to keep it safe and secure. Would you do that for us? Would you bring an armored truck to our home so that we can exchange and do the paperwork with your officials? Oh, yeah. What if you had, I got 50,000 dinars. Well, would you come to my home? No. Oh. So you've got to figure this out. And I just went a step further again by trying to give you some ideas. So is it a teller window with all my money? Or should I just make an appointment? Or should I just get a hold of a broker? Or should I? Good luck. Question number 3. Not the one. Crazy. Oh, really? What? Toy's mad at me?
No.
Did Toy call me a dirty name?
No. He's trying to be nice, but he's also trying to give his opinion on something else.
I know. Love you, Brian. Question number 3. Not the one. Wouldn't a reduction in salary reflect a change in buying power? Yeah, but that would be counterproductive. That would be ironic. There would be 180.
Give me the other 180. Wouldn't a reduction in salary, if you're gonna not have enough money in your pocket, well then you're also not gonna have enough power, purchasing power in your pocket, regardless of the rate. Okay, alrighty. Question number 4. What exactly do you mean by a mech? Oh, and this is from KBC 123. What exactly do you mean? Are they giving us a time limit that we can exchange our? So many newbies.
Join premium, you can ask that.
Join premium. You can ask that question in there, but here I can't. I'm so sorry. Who's that? Bruce. Bruce Rogers. Looks like a picture of a young man, handsome young man there. Are they giving us a time limit that we can change our dinars for American dollars? I'm gonna help this one. Just this one. As of right now, no. But who has the authority to do so? The CBI. They have satellite banks in the 48 continental states. Uh-huh. I really doubt that would be the case, right? Question number 4. Is this the same one? Oh, KBC. What exactly do you mean by mechanism in the contents of the Iraqi monetary reform, and specifically regarding the RV, the RI of their currency? What? Come on, man. What exactly do you mean by mechanism? A mechanism is a vehicle that's used out of a toolbox that the IMF gave the CBI to complete their monetary reform. And there are many mechanisms that have been being used left and right that never were before. In the contents of the Iraqi monetary reform, I just did, and specifically regarding the RVRI of their currency. Yeah, they already RV'd a long time ago. That's what this meeting. Let's look at those numbers. All right, are we going to reinstate this or not? Question number 5, also from KBC 123. In FA 81. In FA. Final article. In final articles 81. Oh dear, hold on a second. From KBC 123, in final article number 81, Turkmenistan issued new bank notes effective January the 1st, 2001. In a 1, a 5, a 10, a 20, a 50, and 100 new currency. The previously highest denomination was 10,000. Now, corresponded to two new currencies. Is there any chance that the higher IQD note will be divided by a number like 5,000 to establish their new values, as was the case of Turkmenistan? No. No. The Iraqi dinar is going through a revaluation. It is to increase. Turkmenistan was different. They did go through a revaluation, but they did not reinstate their currency. Now, what I mean by that is that by reinstating it, they're also changing the value. The 10,000 actually from 1,000 and above. You really don't need those notes any longer in Iraq. So what they did with the Turkmenistan, you call it the magnet, the currency. What they oh my dear God, this thing just threw up on me again. What they did was that they revalued their currency, but they never reinstated it. Iraq is revaluing and reinstating it. So when you look at the 10,000 note, there's no need to divide it in two and have a 5 and a 5. In fact, in my opinion, only, what was it, the 1, the 5, the 10, the 20, the 50, well, actually not even the 50, because they got rid of those, and the 100. Those are the ones that the Iraqi citizens will use, along with the fills. But they're not ready to go in that direction. They got to keep it simple. No fractional banking at the start. And then when they do, that'll be the coins that will be introduced. But will they use the 1,000, the 5,000, the 10,000? You know, the 25,000, the 50,000, the 100,000? Will they use those notes? The citizens? No. They will be absorbed back into the CBI because the government of Iraq will use them in their daily business. Question number 6 from KBC 123. It appears Democrats support Iran. You think? So, in your opinion, is there a lingering democratic influence that they will return to power in the U.S. and hence at least partially why we have not already seen the IQD-RV? It appears that Democrats support Iran. Yes. So, in your opinion, is there a lingering democratic influence that they will return to power in the U.S. and hence at least partially why we have no, and I would tell you, do everything possible to register to vote and register Republican. Do everything possible not to allow democratic influence in Iraq and the United States. Question number 7. McDan, in fact, if anything at all, the Democratic spearhead to stop everything that Trump is doing is dying. You saw what Trump tweeted? Well, I think it was yesterday. The chief executive officer of AT&T, who is involved with CNN as well financially, has resigned. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Why? Before it's too late. I think the CEO knows all heck is going to... He knows that that CNN, their debt is climbing worse than the national debt of the United States of America. So, in my opinion, is there any Democratic influence that will be voted in? I hope you don't vote them in. And number 2, they're dying. The media. The media is what makes you. You could be a Michael Jordan, and they listen to you on the radio. He scored, he scored baskets. Wow, but to see him, ooh, that's a different thing. So I don't think you want to see any influence whatsoever from the Democratic side. So you make sure that you vote against them. Question number 7. Like I told you, when we're all done, I'm going to explain to you what happened to me today. I'm not, you'll see. And that's why I asked you, bear with me. I'm trying my best to be helpful today. Question number 7 from McDan. Will the CBI use the platform to buy back dinars because they know the possibility of the future rate of the dinar? Well, they're going to buy them back, McDan. They're going to buy them back. They got a lot of them recovered because we brought them back to them. They also have the missing pieces, and it's more so because of the supercomputers. I want to know where every currency we ever printed is at. Well, half of it might be disintegrated and gone by now. What you doing? Fine. If we can't find them, then we account for them. They're missing. What for? This is important to us. Why? U.S. Treasury told us to do it this way. So, will the CBI use a platform to buy back dinars? No, they're actually using. They did that already. That's why you're asking. But now it's more. As soon as they raise the value, that's it. What? You're not going to turn in your 3 zeros? Well, not right away, Frank. I might, cash some and hold on to some. Forever? No, no, no. I'll turn them in.
Probably within that year, huh?
Oh, well, I don't know, depending on the rate.
Well, then the CBI has accomplished its mission. All their babies are home except for those that were destroyed.
Okay.
Question number, and whose idea was this?
Daddy.
CBI. Actually, the Fab Four. U.S. Treasury's idea with the supercomputers. Question number 8 from this whole call is in my opinion, right? I have no, okay? This is all in my opinion. All righty. Frank, you and Tink have a nice dinner. We can wait. No, you can't. No. No, you may want me. What? Jan, look, Kumo resigned from CNN.
Can they confirm it?
Is this confirmed? Oh, that would make my day. Oh, that would. You see? I'm already. Those that I said that they were on a mission to defeat anything that Trump said or did, they're losing. They're fading away. They're dying. Last night, Nancy, I got a pee so bad, came out and said something. Please, it's an emergency. What? Please, hold on. Give me the microphone. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Listen to me. Listen to me, all you American citizens. This is me, Nancy. I got to pee so badly. It's so important. I got great info. Come here. Don't do what the president told you. Do not drink disinfectant. No. Do not inject it into your eyeball or whatever he said. Okay? No. This is from Nancy P. You got it from me. You stupid woman. That's all you got to do nowadays, ain't it? Complain about anything. And I will admit, sir, what's the matter with you? What kind of a statement is that? Now, I know you're under pressure. I say a lot of stupid things, too. But let's think twice before we make those kind of statements, okay? And you, medical people, Trump, why don't you get rid of them? Why don't you get little Flyboy? You know, the guy with the big glasses, you know, they used to play basketball. Get rid of that little guy. He seems to want to find attraction to himself by going against you. What, you guys don't talk before you get to that meeting? This guy's backstabbing you constantly. I will admit that the other lady, when you said that, I think she swallowed her. Well, but it's okay. And no, Nancy, we don't need your input. And Mr. President, please, man, you don't need to lie. You weren't being facetious. You just threw it out there because you're desperate. We're all desperate, man. And now, these bad guys. I think that if you get this virus, you don't develop any antigens. You do not develop any antibiotics. What? What? When did the human chromosome, when did the DNA, when did the hemoglobin, when did the red blood cell, white blood cell of the human being change? Last time I know, it was the Reese's, the RH factor. I think maybe like 15% of human beings are RH negative. The other 85% are RH positive. If you're having a baby, if a lady's having a baby and she's RH negative and the husband's RH positive, you got to do something to protect that baby. It's crazy. And they use Reese's monkeys, and that's why they call it the RH factor. They use this testing, and they traced it all the way back. For those that don't believe that the Earth is more than 4,000 or 5,000 years old, I respect you. But I'm sorry. You see, God gave me understanding. God gave me education. And when I see what God gave me to study with my understanding and education, why would he trick me? Radioisotope is very precise. And it was about 44,000 years ago that we had a change in the human genome, in the human blood itself. But I don't think we're going to have it again. I believe that there will be an antigen. And I believe there will be an antibody. I believe there will be a vaccine. But because of the desperation right now to get back out into regular society, even our own president kind of said something stupid. But I still respect him. I will still fight for him. And I will still go to war with him. With him. You see, Donald Trump is the type of president that will not just send in troops. He goes there too. But you'll never know. In my opinion. Question number 8 from Ray62. Frank, have you heard confirmation of the new lower currency and coins being passed out to the citizens of Iraq yet? No. As you know very well, no. What they're doing is passing out the information of these items. Question number 9, Smooth B. Post 31 from Delta. Can you elaborate on this? What did it say? I feel, in my opinion, that this is addressing Iran trying to exchange after the RIRV. Your opinion is appreciated. Smoothie, I don't know what if somebody wants to post number 31, then I can answer it. You can't give me a question without the data to help you with. Question number 10 from Freedom Plan, and again, Smooth B, I don't know what that post was. You know what I mean? Question number 10 from Our Freedom Plan. Aloha Frank and Tink. This is a heartfelt question. How excited are you to see your dad and family as this teaching is coming to an end? Thank you both for your sacrifice, and may God free your stress in the coming days. How excited am I? Probably as excited as when I saw our son and our daughter come into this world. Oh my God. The pain that it took to do that. The pain that it took to do that was countered by the joy that my wife and I felt when we held our baby. The pain that you're going through waiting for this blessing to happen to financially help you and others will be relieved when the CBI gives it to you. And to my father. Question number 11 from Buckeye Tree. Frank, has the Iraqi Stock Exchange put out any new data or news alerts today, Saturday, before it reopens tomorrow, Sunday, April 26th? No. Good question. No. We looked. They better shut up. They better shut up. Trump's heart is right, and I will help him in any way. Well, good for you, Rain Dancer. Stop the questions and let us know how you are doing. Question number 12 from Sonotech. Isn't it fraudulent and illegal for a country to keep 2 sets of accounting books? Thank you. To keep them, no. No, they get the permission from the IMF to do it. But to use them together in sync is stupid. It just makes it worse for them to understand their own currency. But what happened was, in my opinion, 2 years ago, not this January, not the last January, but the January before, I believe is when they lifted the value. Or I should say, lifted the value by lifting the 3 zeros electronically. And I'm not going to go through it, Sonotech. I hope you were with us 2 years ago when we showed it and proved it. And it was by, it was by the intervention of the Iraqi stock of Forex. It was by the intervention of Forex. This time it was by the Iraqi Stock Exchange, but back then it was by Forex. When they came out June, July, and August, and 3 months in a row, and put variables up there against the Iraqi dinar, and we said, what? And then we finally realized, remember, it was point zero zero something, and then point zero, and then 0.84, and then, oh my gosh, that's the first, second, and third zeros. Walking stick, is that what's going on? Frank, I can now tell you that the Central Bank of Iraq came to us and they said that we were to pay our citizens, or our employees. They've got hundreds of employees, to pay our employees no longer in American dollars. We had to pay them in Iraqi dinars. And they wanted us to use a rate of 1-to-1 in a second set of books. And then at the end of the 30-day period, turn it into the CBI. So you're going to pay the employees? Your firm is going to pay the employees at 1-to-1? And pay them in Iraqi dinars? That means the rate went... No. They want us to do all of the work behind it, all the logistics on the second set of books, and then hand it in. Why? Look at June, July, and August. You see how the first, second, and third? This is what they did in January. They removed the 3 zeros electronically in a second set of books. This whole call is in my opinion. Question number 13 from Wasabi. Frank, thank you for everything. Has President Trump and his treat the dollar fairly demands been successful in creating a mechanism by using the Iraqi dinar pending reinstatement to jumpstart the American and world's economics? Well, Wasabi, you're just repeating what I said. I said the American dollar is super strong. And I said we got plenty of it. And somebody said to me, no, we don't have plenty of it. Really? We got so much you have no idea. We do? Why do you say America's bankrupt? Because those are Democrats. You ever see a Republic say we're bankrupt? Who gave you the second stimulus? The president. Did the Democrats do it? Well, they threw in their proposals, their ideas on how much. It's the same thing that Trump wanted, wasn't it? Yeah. In fact, Trump thanked the Democrats yesterday, didn't he? Yeah. For giving them what he wanted. Yeah. The Democrats never came up with a stimulus. In the Iraqi dinar, what did I say? What did I say? The moment that the value goes up, you have two American stimulus. You have business stimulus. And where'd the money come from? You figure it out. What's in the Treasury? And in the Iraqi dinar, I said very clearly, in my opinion, when it goes up in value, is the world stimulus. So there. Question number 14 from Buckeye Tree. Frank, has Firefly Eddie shared news from Iraq media this past week that indicates in both his and her opinion that the reinstatement event is getting closer? No comment. Question number 15, Steely Jan. Aloha, Frank. Do you believe Trump will impose sanctions on May 1st if they don't lift the value by then? Thank you very much. No. May 1st? No. In fact, I already said that. When is it? Sometime around the first or second week of next month is when this government will not exist anymore. Yeah. And there's no need to impose sanctions, right? Why? Because that pain in the rear end won't exist. Who? Supreme elite politicians. They're all gone. Just null and void. Question number 16. Hey Jan, I got a 30-minute recording between me and Delta. I forgot about that. It's a good one too. What, Mia?
I got your speaker.
You brought the speaker. I don't know if I'm going to play it, but if I don't play it tonight, remind me on Monday to play it. Oh, it's so good too. He was going nuts. I don't know if I hope I finished it. Question number 16 from L. Frank, has Eddie seen video number 7? No comment. Question number 17 from L again. If number 7 requires for us to use the sense of sight. Did I say that? Yeah, I did say that.
Yeah, last night in premium, didn't I? Okay. I'll play along. If number seven, if number seven requires for us to use the sense of sight, oh, I see it. Which human sense will be required for 8, 9, and 10? That's a good. That's tricky and good too. Sense of touch. Question number 18 from Masadinar. From
Macedinar.
Masadinar?
Macedinar.
Masadinar. Is number seven a video? Okay. Hey, did we finish that?
No.
No? Okay.
Stop typing.
Okay, let's do it again. One, stop the auctions. Number two, stop using the American dollar. Number three, we have a new currency. Number four, we have a new exchange rate. And all of those we got the articles for. Number five, how the American dollar is, strong and going to be used with the dinar. We got articles for that. Number six. Now, six and seven. Let's fix this and make it official from this point onward. Now, six is more of the minutes. Even though it just came out yesterday, let's put it as six. The minutes from this CBI and Fab Four meetings that were ongoing. It just laid it all out. It laid it all out. No, we're not going to decrease. Yes, we're going to increase, and this is how, and so forward. So let's make that the article that came out of the CBI's meetings that shocked everybody. In fact, that's what the video is. That's what the video is between me and Delta. I called him and I said, "Did you see this? Did you see? You know what? I'm going to play it for you. I'm going to play it for you. Now, here's why. Make a side note right now. You ready? I got to look it up. Hold on a second. $22. UB2B. On the 22nd. Up here. On the 22nd. At 1:18:55. At 1 hour, 18 minutes and 55 seconds. Go find it. What did I say? I don't even know what I said. The UB2B, the 22nd, at 1 hour, 18 minutes and some seconds, I was talking to you. And all of a sudden, I said to you, yeah, la. You know why? And you know why that article? What? No, we were not talking about the article. I said, you know what they're doing at this meeting? La. Yeah, what? Walkie Stick wants me to tell you. This is a roadmap. Oh, okay. When number 7 came out, the article, the whole line items, everything we told you from 1 through 5, but they didn't finish the rest, 8, 9, and 10 that we're going to share with you later. What am I leading up to? Oh dear God, I lost my train of thought. Too many things in my head. This is ridiculous. I forgot. I'm so sorry. You'll find out why I forgot later. But let's make number 7 the article from the CBI meeting with the Fab Four that laid it all out. And I am going to play you that recording, I promise, because you need to hear it. So then let's make, what did we say that was number 6?
7.
Oh, that was number 7? Well, then make sure that number 5 is how the American dollar is going to be used and all that stuff. Then make sure that number 6 is when the Iraqi Stock Exchange and opened their mouth about the 1,000 to 1. Well, 1,047% to 1. Got it? And then we make number 7 this article. Now we got 8, 9, and 10, right? 8, 9, and 10. And that's why today, now I'm not going to give you this. And now, when they presented, they really wanted 15 to 1. And then then they countered the Fab Four back with 1,000 to 1. And then all the reasons why. And that's what I was going to explain to you. But instead, I'll play you the video, the audio from me and Delta. Look,
Let me take a quick second because I have to go do something. Let me take a quick. Where'd I leave off? So now you know L, humanize all, and mass number seven. Whatever I said is number seven a video to educate the citizens about the new small category notes. No, it was more the explanation from this long meeting about the monetary reform. Number 19. Let's answer this, and then I'm going to stop at 20 for a second. Number 19 from Diva. Frank, will 8, 9, and 10 have to come before the RI? No, because in my opinion, it's already here. It's being escorted to the international world. Oh, you gotta like that. You gotta like that one. And question number 20. So we'll pick up with question number 20. I think we got 50 questions. But here, I'm going to turn this off. And we'll come back and finish the 20 questions, the rest of the 30 in a minute. Instead, I'm going to play you this recording. Hi, can you hear me? Yeah, who's this? It's okay, it's okay. I try to help everybody. Don't worry, you're not messing up the call. Scotty, we've been on for quite a while. Go to
Yeah, 9 o'clock. I got my numbers all mixed up.
I know, sir. It's okay, buddy. Just go to YouTube and look us up, and you'll catch up. Okay. In fact, I'm about to play something. You're welcome.
Sorry about that.
No worries. Bye bye. Love you. Take care. I know he needs help. Alrighty. So now what? Oh dear God. Oh yes. No. Can I tell you? There's power in prayer. There's power in prayer. You agree? And you don't have to, just ask God. Just ask God. So today, check me out. Isn't that cool? Huh? Do I look good with that little Band-Aid guy right there? Huh? See him? Isn't he cute? I ask you to pray for both me, for my wife and I ask you to pray for an operation that I may have to have. This morning, what was I? 210 over 109, right, Jen? 210 over 109. That was my blood pressure. And what I did is, I don't know. I don't know what happened. But I'm bleeding. And I've been bleeding for over 2 months now. And I would like your prayers. So, it's possible that I may have to say goodbye to you. But until then, I don't care what the doctors say, all of them. I don't care what my friends say. I care what my wife says. But until we resolve this, I'm going to continue. Hey, Tank, when do we go back? Monday? Wednesday? So Wednesday we go. So it's either one of two things. I'm either going to be maybe treated with antibiotics. I doubt it. Or they're going to go in me. We take Protandim, but Protandim has nothing to do with it. Protandim couldn't even stop this, even if it wanted to. I injured myself. Now, what we're going, and I thank you kindly. Yeah, I pray for you. Would you pray for me?
and ask the Lord that this coming week we can get things solved. Okay? Sounds good to me. I love you. I really do. And I need you right now because even King Kong gets scared every now and then. Speaker. Hey, look on the bright side. Look on the bright side. No, for real. The girls will be happy. The girls will be happy. And you know what? Just in case, because nothing's going to happen. I truly believe that. I have faith in my Heavenly Father. I have asked Him for a miracle. You think He's not going to give it to me? Huh? That's my daddy. That's my spiritual daddy. But if for some reason anything should go wrong with me, don't you dare stop. Don't you dare stop. And KTFA admins, all of you, don't you dare stop. My wife is crying right now because I've asked her, don't you dare stop. I told you I didn't know if I'd see the promised land. I told you that, remember? And I don't mean to be playing my violin here. I don't mean to be making a big thing out of this. If anything at all, we will glorify God together, won't we? Won't we? What do we got? 1.4, 1.3. We will glorify God together, won't we? When I tell you that everything is okay, we will glorify God together. It's possible that I may have to leave next week and return back home. Okay? Okay. Now what I want to do, let's see here. Can't see. Here it is. Okay. This is 24 minutes long, almost 25 minutes long. Hope it's not too long. And when we're done with this, then we'll go finish the rest of the questions. I promise I'll try to speed them up because I don't want to be with you forever and take your night away. But when this article, what was it? We're up to number 7, right? We're labeling 7 as the article. When that article came out, I had to call Delta, and I said, Delta, come on, man. Do you remember what I said on the UB2B on the 22nd of April? And he said, yeah, I do. Walking Stick told you to say it. Did you see this? Did you see the article? Did you see it? He goes, yeah. You see, they use the same word. Yeah. That's a key word. That's a key word. This is big. Please enjoy. Hey, Delta.
Frankie.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm sorry, I just missed your call yesterday.
Oh, no worries.
I said to call you today, and so we can talk about that subject too, just to clarify some stuff, and we go from there. Of course,
Well,
it's all a lot of goodies coming up. Like you see right now, it's just amazing. A lot of stuff, a lot of things going on here.
I called you yesterday.
How about you, buddy? How's everything?
I'm fine. I called you yesterday because we were going to release number 6. Just a review, I'm sure you know 1 and 2, and all of these we have the articles for. 1 and 2, auctions, no more American dollar. 2 and 3, we got a new currency for you, and we have a new rate adjusted for it. Number 5, the Iraqi dinar against the American dollar and how the relationship was going to evolve. And then, out of nowhere, that's why I called you yesterday. I had no idea Iraqi Stock Exchange was going to do this until more towards the end of the week. But they came out and they said that, we added 1,000% value to the dinar index on the Iraqi Stock Exchange. They did something. to do something. This is amazing. Then we told the family, look, we're not going to tell you about 7 just yet. But lo and behold, it looks like they're done. Number 7, Manny, is the article that came out. I think it's post number 158. Did you see it? 158?
Yes.
It's long. It's beautiful. And it's everything we told the family. This is the Fab Four meeting with the CBI and the ministers of finance, all these guys from the GOI. It was an ongoing meeting. And now, look, this is what they talked about. And when you look at what they talked about, it's everything that we've just been telling them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now I'm ready to tell them about number 7, but it's this article. It's this article. I mean, it talks about everything that they're going to do with their currency. It's the education to the citizens. I like how it starts out, Delta. It starts out, if I can remember, how does it say? We are looking at I don't know, the options, or we're studying, or we're talking about to reduce the value of the Iraqi dinar against the American dollar, and then it goes into 1, 2, 3, all these all the things that would happen and why they're doing it and this and that, and so I called Walking Stick, and I said, "What's up with that?" He says. It's just that they threw everything on the table, Frank. You see, nobody's even caught it yet, Manny. When you read that article, the beginning part, it's about how to reduce the value of the Iraqi dinar against the dollar. What is less than less? These guys, in the first few days, Walking Stick told me, they were just so nonchalant about everything that when they sat down, they said, okay, let's start talking. They threw everything on the table. They threw everything on the table. Every idea, even the idea to make the dinar less valuable. And he said, that didn't last long. And then the rest of the article. What do you think about the 158? Talk to me.
Well, actually, this is. I mean, the good news is, remember the old days. We used to dream to see this kind of article.
Yeah.
We used to dream for them to talk about this. I mean, now every other day, if it's not like every day, now there's 2 things that everybody's really busy about in Iraq. One of them is the coronavirus, like anybody else in the world. But the other one is the oil price is dropping down, and now they need, they're talking about the exchange rate. Now we know that. There's the fact now that they have to do something about their currency.
Well, that's what this report.
From CBI, from this guy, and it tells you right there. By the way, this guy he was talking about, because I did read in Arabic too. It's a beautiful article. This guy came up and he said, "Oh, by the way, I had the chance to look at the report of the CBI." He's talking about the study that Allah did. I remember it was about a month ago.
Yes.
All right, so, and even like at that time, remember when he talked about the devaluation and the alternatives, what they need to do, even like at the end of his study, on that announcement on the CBI, he said that, the devaluation is out the window. It's out the door. I mean, we cannot even devalue that. And even if you do that, I did my calculations actually, for them to be beneficial, they have to increase the exchange to about 1,600 dinars to be okay, and that's impossible. You got Allah, you got the CBI, you got Saleh, and then you got this guy. He's confirming what you're talking about, because there's a lot of talk about them devaluing the currency so they can inject and help the deficit of the budget and the salaries. Yeah. But it's beautiful.
Wrong idea.
For them to talk about. It's just amazing.
That the idea is not so much to decrease the value of the dinar against the dollar.
No.
It's more to reduce the deficit of the budget. And they talked about that as well, too. But they talked about, you see, Walking Stick told me today, he says, look very carefully. Look at your notes that I gave you, Frank. Now, look at this article that came out today. They are releasing the line items of the meeting that I told you about, line by line. So I said to him, "Oh, there's more?" And he says, "Blankety blank, right. You still got like," he says, "You're taking this. You're claiming this is number 7 of your 10." And I said, "Yeah." He said, "You should have. You should have made it 1 out of 100. There were many topics. There were many everything that's ironed out for the monetary reform. Manny, this is the next best thing to the announcement. If you look at all that they laid out, it took me forever to read it. My eyes got tired, but I couldn't stop reading. You know what I mean? I couldn't stop.
Absolutely.
It was
Absolutely. And not only that, I mean, it's right there. It's going on, and of course, the family and a lot of people that are invested, and they understand exactly what Iraq is going through, and they give you so many examples. Like, for example, it does cost them every time when they do the oil about $11 because they have to pay those basically company because it's not the contract, and then they have to deduct another $2 for the IMF so they can save that for the compensation for Kuwait. So whatever the price you see right now, you deduct out the door right there about $13, right? And for every $10 profit that they make for sale, they make only $1 billion. All right, for every $10 it sells. So for example, right now, if the price of the oil is $23, Iraq is getting only $10 out of that.
Yeah.
So if it gets $40, guess what? You have to deduct 13. So everybody knows that you have to do something. And again, they're telling you we're not going to devalue, we're not going to print money, we're not going to do this. And there's only one solution, which is you and I and everybody else knows about that. They have to add value to the currency, as we know. And they go Article 8, and they'll be basically get the investors in and open the market economy for them to control that.
You know, when we were talking, Walking Stick and I, he said, "Turn to page so-and-so in our notes." I did. And he said, "Now look at the second paragraph that in our notes." I did. He said, "Look at that word." And it was a word that I had highlighted and underlined because he told me to do that. Now he comes back to me today, this morning, and he says, "Look at your notes. Look at that word." And I went to it. You know how he gives us key words and then we see them a few days later? Well, the word he gave me, and I gave it to the family, and this is what's so nice about it. If they took good notes, they wrote this word down. I told him, I said, when this meeting started, what was it, last Sunday? Not this Sunday, but the week before. I said, "Ladies and gentlemen, the Fab Four is sitting down, you know, with those that have the authority of the monetary reform, you know, CBI, and they're giving them, they're not overseeing them anymore. They're supervising them. And you know what this meeting is for, and it's ongoing? It's for the citizens, yes, this is all their information, but it is a road map. It is a road map." Oh man, did you see the article today? We are laying out.
Yes, I mean there's a lot of them. Beautiful articles.
Well, it says we're laying out the roadmap. I said, "Dang it, Jack!" I said, "Dang, Jack, you did it again." That's not his name. I'm just saying Jack. But dang, Jack, you did it again. And he says, "No. This is what they're doing. This is the roadmap. This is the explanation to the citizens, trickling down to them. This is the announcement, in my opinion." And then at the end, Manny, he says. And so I said, "Well, this is great." No, and he said, "There's more." I said, "What more is there?" "You'll see." And then he says, "You're taking this up to 7?" I said, "Yeah." "Well, then you got 8, 9, and 10. And believe me, they're going to be powerful."
I believe it, man. It's just amazing what's going on there. And to go back, Frankie, to the Iraqi Stock Exchange.
Yeah.
So basically, what exactly did happen? Just to clarify, I know you and I and most of us, we know exactly what happened, but some people are still probably confused. First of all, this did not come from the ISX. It came from the Central Bank of Iraq.
You hear that?
Statistic, all right?
Manny
So
knew
what
it.
they did basically, for some reason, they did increase the index, the Iraqi Stock Exchange Index, by 1,047 times. Like you have the times, whatever. It used to be 442.6, the index, and then for some reason it jumped to 464, 280, something like that.
Yeah.
So we did the math. That was about a time, which is you time that by 1,047. Now, what that basically means, two to three things. Let's give you an example for those, just to make it more crystal clear. You look at the Dow Jones, for example. The Dow Jones, what does it mean when they go, let's say, 1,000 point? That means the shares, the price of the shares is going higher. That's why the index is going higher.
Right.
The same thing for the Iraqi Stock Exchange. For you to add, or basically to time 1,047, I give you indication that the prices of the stocks in the Iraqi Stock Exchange is going higher, and at the same time, meaning the value is going higher. Now, like we said, why we said, for example, at 1-to-1 in the country, because we know that they're going to lift the 3 zeros from the exchange rate and add some inflation to it. It might come to about 1-to-1 inside the country. So that's why we look at that numbers and we said that it could be 1-to-1 because of that part. But just keep in mind, this is from the CBI, and they put that there. They didn't even update anything except that part on the Iraqi Stock Exchange. By the way, too, which is, the Iraqi Stock Exchange, they came up with that announcement. I believe it was yesterday, 2 days ago, that they're going to, which is a very interesting announcement too. They said that they're going to open on the 26th, which is, we know that. That's going to be Sunday. They're going to go back. But the investors' lobby so is going to be closed.
Yep.
Until further notice, number one. Number two, they say that the brokers, they're going to do everything electronically from their headquarters. Right? Now, if that was the case, then why even did you
Close.
bother and
Yeah.
close for almost a
Yeah.
month?
Because you're doing something.
Absolutely. And then very strange too, probably noticed that Frankie too, with the last 2-3 days, the Central Bank of Iraq, they went down more than 3-4 times.
I know. Wasn't it last night you were in there?
People, they might say that, oh, they're doing maintenance. Now,
Not that much.
Shoot. I'm so sorry, family. Hold on. I'm trying to communicate with Eddie. I said, not that much difference. I said,
the value is going higher. Now, like we said, why we said, for example, at 1-to-1 in the country, because we know that they're going to lift the 3 zeros from the exchange rate and add some
is this where I left off? Uh-oh. Let's see.
inflation to it. It might come to about 1-to-1 inside the country. So that's why we look at that numbers and we said that it could be 1-to-1 because of that part. But just keep in mind, this is from the CBI, and they put that there. They didn't even update anything except that part on the Iraqi Stock Exchange.
That's right.
By
You
the
know
way,
what?
too, which is,
You know what? Hold on. This is so important. Let's just go back about a minute. You want to? Because I'm sorry about that. I accidentally was communicating with Eddie.
From the CBI.
Today, he did it.
And just to clarify, I know you and I, and most of us, we know exactly what happened, but some people are still probably confused. First of all, this did not come from the ISX. It came from the Central Bank of Iraq.
Very
Listen
good.
again. Listen again, okay?
Statistic, all right?
Yeah.
So what they did basically, for some reason, they did increase the index, the Iraqi Stock Exchange Index, by 1,047 times. Like you have the times, whatever. It used to be 442.6, the index, and then for some reason it jumped to 464, 280, something like that.
Yeah.
So we did the math. That was about a time, which is you time that by 1,047. Now, what that basically means, two to three things. Let's give you an example for those, just to make it more crystal clear. You look at the Dow Jones, for example. The Dow Jones, what does it mean when they go, let's say, 1,000 point? That means the shares, the price of the shares is going higher. That's why the index is going higher. The same thing for the Iraqi Stock Exchange. For you to add, or basically to time 1,047. I give you indication that the prices of the stocks in the Iraqi Stock Exchange is going higher, and at the same time, meaning the value is going higher. Now, like we said, why we said, for example, at 1-to-1 in the country, because we know that they're going to lift the 3 zeros from the exchange rate and add some inflation to it. It might come to about 1-to-1 inside the country. So that's why we look at that numbers and we said that it could be 1-to-1 because of that part. But just keep in mind, this is from the CBI, and they put that there. They didn't even update anything except that part on the Iraqi Stock Exchange. By the way, too, which is, the Iraqi Stock Exchange, they came up with that announcement. I believe it was yesterday, 2 days ago, that they're going to, which is a very interesting announcement too. They said that they're going to open on the 26th, which is, we know that. That's going to be Sunday. They're going to go back. But the investors' lobby so is going to be closed.
Yep.
Until further notice, number one. Number two, they said that the brokerage, they're going to do everything electronically from their headquarters. Right? Now, if that was the case, then why even did you
Close.
bother and close for almost a month?
Because you're doing something.
Absolutely. And then very strange too, probably noticed that right too with the last 2-3 days, the central bank of Iraq, they went down more than like 3-4 times.
I know. Wasn't it last night you were in there?
People, they might say that, oh, they're doing maintenance. Now,
Not that much maintenance.
Okay, and I believe that. I mean, you do maintenance, but I'm talking, you do maintenance for those companies that they are so busy. They do a lot of work, a lot of jobs. The Central Bank of Iraq, they don't do nothing. What are you doing maintenance for? For what? You don't even do anything. You hardly even update your stuff anymore. So for those companies that they do, like I know everybody has companies, work for companies, and you have a maintenance, like your system goes down for 2-3 hours, 5 hours, maybe once a month, twice a month. But we're talking about companies that they're busy, they're making billions and billions of dollars, they have so many traffic on their website, so they have to do that. But the Central Bank of Iraq, they don't do anything. So for you to go down at least 2-3 times in a matter of 2-3 days, we know, you and I, that they're doing something.
Too
Every
suspicious.
time they go down, even though we don't see, that doesn't mean it's not happening.
Too
So
suspicious.
this is what we believe is going on there.
Yeah, it's too suspicious. I mean, the odds are in our favor, to accept the way we're seeing it, the way we're interpreting this. I'm happy, Manny. I'm happy. Get ready. There's a lot more coming, and it's coming fast, he said. The other thing, as far as the articles themselves, I think, Manny, I'm not sure now. You see, this one talked about what happens if we decrease the value of the Iraqi dinar against the dollar. And they really didn't go very long. Then they talked about other subjects. But the next pieces of information that comes out, in my opinion, are going to be what happens if we increase the value of the Iraqi dinar against the American dollar. You see what I'm saying? In the other direction. And once they go and talk, because they had to explain, no, decreasing won't work, and this is why. Now, increasing against the dollar will work, and this is why. And I think that once they're done with that phase, that part, I don't know how long it's going to take, then the next thing is, all right, you understand, right? Yeah, we do. All right, come on in. Oh, look, you see these? You're about to get these. You know what I'm saying? That's where I think we're at right now, Manny.
And I do agree, Frankie. I think this is what's going on, because you can tell they're all doing the same thing, but none of them yet, comes out and talking about the other way around. I mean, you and I, we know that. I mean, it's not a rocket science, for God's sake. You raise the value, right?
Yeah.
You raise the value. Even Allah said it last time that, I'm so optimistic that the government, because of this pressure, they have to move forward and do the financial reforms, al-Mali, the one that everybody was waiting for a long time. Even Allah said that in his study.
Yes, he sure did.
You and I, we know what it is. You have to open the market economy and reinstate your currency, accept Article 8, and then guess what? you're going to get more dollars than you're going to get a dream of. Investors are going to pour in. You and I, we know that. But until now, you don't see none of them. Of course, those that they're planning, they know exactly. But those articles that are coming up, none of them, they came up the way that you and I and the whole team are thinking that it's very easy. Reinstate it. If your budget is $130 billion, okay, you don't have $130 trillion, and you're not even making $3-4 billion a month for oil, but you have more dollars than dollars.
Mm-hmm.
So problem solved. You can do it. You can pay your bills, everything with dollars. But I do agree with you that the next time we're going to see the other way around, which is that make perfect sense, and you made an excellent point here that you're going to have an article now next. Someone is going to come up and talk the other way around. What is going to happen if he raises the value of the Iraqi dinar? That's what you should give us an hour. And this is what's going to happen.
It's the logical step that should come out next, the way we're seeing it. Like I said, they are releasing the meetings, the notes from this powerful monetary reform meeting with the right people, those that have the authority to make these decisions for their currency. And they're releasing the line items of this meeting by line by line. And that's why we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and today this article is now 7. I'm excited because you know why, Manny? Walking Stick says, Frank, we are, well, he said you are almost caught up with the meeting. Okay, that's good. And then he said, the next part, and then that's why I expressed it in my opinion, Delta, is the opposite of what they were talking about today. No. These are the consequences of lowering the value of the Iraqi dinar. And they was all against it. They threw it out the table, he said, right? They presented it, and they're like, what the hell you want to talk about this for? Next? Okay, well, then let's talk about increasing the value of the Iraqi dinar against the dollar. Well, of course, that's why we shut the auctions down. And that's why we did this, all these things. Well, we printed all this currency for nothing? And it just, this is all in my opinion, okay, Delta? I don't know, okay? I don't know. I had this dream, and that's what I
don't know, you're right.
That's what I remember from this dream, okay? And then, what's really cool, this is, don't say anything, but just listen. Do you remember, it was about a year and a half ago, when Christine Lagarde from the IMF was given the report for the first quarter of the year, and then, actually, yeah, it was the first quarter, and then all of a sudden she says, and she's done, okay? She's done. And she looks over and she says something to the television screen. And you can still find it, in fact, to this day on YouTube. People call it Christine Lagarde code mysterious talk or something like that. So I thought I would just pull the same thing. We're at number 7 today. Stop auctions, stop the American dollar, new currency, here's a new rate, how we use the American dollar against the dinar, 100% or 1,000 increase on the Iraqi Stock Exchange, number 6. Well, today, this article, it is for the 7th of the 7th house. This is number 7. I can't believe the information that is being released. And that's what Christine Lagarde said about 2 years ago. When she was done with one of the reports, she looked at the camera and she says, and I hope this pleases the 7th of the 7th house. in other words, we're getting it done, man. Would you just shut up? And yeah, it took about a year and a half, 2 years after that, because Trump was the one that came in and started moving it. It wasn't until about a month ago, all of a sudden, bam, he went in there directly or indirectly, and look where we're at. That's why I said Einstein, I'm sorry. No, the speed of light is not the fastest thing. A human thought is much faster. And trust me, Donald Trump is thinking an awful lot about the Iraqi dinar right now. Yeah, I better shut up. Any last words you got, brother?
No, brother, actually, I'm in a very good spot, and we'll see what's going to happen. But definitely, like I said, by the way, Ramadan started Friday and Saturday, depending on the Sunni and Shia. Yeah. But anyway, it's going to be this weekend. And again, it's not a holiday, so just to clear this up to everybody, when Ramadan is there, it's not a holiday, it's business as usual. Yeah. And yes, the central bank, they can do a lot of things during Ramadan if they want to.
They can.
It's not a holiday. They reduce some hours. during Ramadan because it'll be hot and they have to fast, etc. But it's not holiday; it's a business as usual.
I mean, I know they can. It's like Lent in the United States. For 40 days, you give something up. Yeah, okay. Well, but you're still going to work for those 40 days. And the
Absolutely.
same thing with Ramadan, same thing with Eid. These are moments in which you give thanks, in which you help someone else. It's not a time when you praise and glorify the fact that you have a financial gain right now. But who knows? It can be done during that time period too, with no problems. Thanks for bringing that up, by the way. Love you.
You're welcome, brother. You take care, guys. I love you. I love you guys. Be safe, and hopefully we'll keep in touch, of course, as usual. See what's going to happen over the next 2-3 days.
Yes, indeed. Let's be careful with what we hear from the fake media. I can't believe all the things that they're saying. It's just they just got a vendetta. They have an anger towards the president. No matter what he says or does, they tear it down. They spit it down. But let's be careful and let's see what when this pandemic will end. And once it does, oh my, an explosion of economics across the face of the planet Earth. And in my opinion, the stimulus package for the United States, that's great. Trump put out another $454 billion now to help our businesses, more. That's all great. But I really feel, though, that once the Iraqi dinar goes up in value, 1-to-1 with the American dollar, I think that's the economic stimulus for the world.
Oh yeah, that would be amazing.
You know of anybody?
That would be the best stimulus ever.
You know of anybody that does not have dinars?
I don't know, man.
I'm just playing. I'm feeling.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. Hope that helps. Gives you an idea more about what we think was happening at those meetings. What I'm going to do now is back to your questions and try to finish them up so we can say goodbye. Although there is a lot, but what if we just rapid fire as quickly as we can? By the way, our Firefly was texting us as this was going on. I'm not going to read to you everything. Although he's saying that the Shiites, they're just causing trouble. Because they back Iran. They're telling Qasimi he's out of there. They're going to hurt him and this and that. The Iranian proxy are the largest group, so they're telling Qasimi, you got to get out of here. But the surprise is to them that Qasimi doesn't want to be the prime minister. And my poor dear friend Eddie doesn't know that. And look what he put. He tells me that, and then he says, the year 2020 is being flushed down the toilet or something like that. Oh, bless your little heart. A roll of toilet paper is worth more than a barrel of oil. No, it's not. And then he says Parliament expects on morning television, they're saying due to the obstacles, they expect Qasimi to step down very soon, basically saying that it's Iran's way or no way. Next 48 hours is crucial. And I say to him, okay, whatever. Love you guys. Take care. Eddie says this morning at the television there keeps saying Qasimi is finished. Qasimi is finished. Well, then tell Iran to shut up. Iran still controls the largest voting blocks in Iraq. That will shut down Qasimi. Our only hope is dissolving Parliament after that. You think? That's the goal. And all I got to do is just sit back and be quiet, let you guys complain, and when it's over with, then you celebrate. Alrighty, let's go back to our Q&A. What number was it, 20?
20.
Thank you, babe. How you doing, babe?
Good.
Good girl, I'm proud of you.
Proud of you too.
Question number 20. Frank, when are you leaving Hawaii and heading back to Ohio? Ooh, how's that for a loaded question?
We'll find out in the next week. Has nothing to do with the Iraqi dinar investment. Has to do with my health. Question number 21. Oh, boy. Frank, if there is no RI before the end of the month, will salaries be paid in Iraq? Yeah, they've allocated, they have the money for it for this month, for April. Do they have another option to pay next week? Do they have another option? No, they pay the last week of every month. Question number 22 from Armin. Greetings, Big Brother Frank. In your opinion, is it true that the protest in Iraq still continues? If they do, what is it about? Well, when you're a minority and you're picked on by the majority, and then all of a sudden there is no more majority. The minority comes out of from hiding, from protection, and they really express their opinion. So no, there is no Iranian killing. There is no Iranian elite guards. There is none of that. Instead, the citizens of Iraq, every time they hear something that they don't like, they go out and they just burn something. That's it. Question number 23 from Not the One. And the reason why also is because they know they got a bulldog right next to them. And they're having fun going out there and just telling Iran how much they hate them. And they do it by their protests. Number 23 from Not the One. Please explain your off-the-cuff remark. I may need to change Frank 26 by how much percent-wise? Well, I don't know. Look, it's very obvious. If you don't know, I called myself Frank 26 when I was asked to lead a forum. What was that? December the 1st, 2008. And I said, okay, sure, I'll lead you. I'm going to call myself, you want me to teach you about the dinar, right? Yeah. Well, I call myself Frank 26. See, I was conceived on the 26th. And I wore that number in all of my athletic events. I wore number 26. Not knowing that somehow or another, I guess I was christened by that number. Because at that time, when I did this back in 2003, the goal was to bring back the Iraqi dinar to the glory days. And that would have been 386. And when, because, that was the reinstatement that they were working on. And they were talking about it. And by coincidence, Frank 26, I call myself Frank 26. Hey, Frank, I'm watching you on live stream. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I don't know how, because I'm on YouTube. But anyway, so when you take 26, when you take a point 26 and you move zeros over, you can turn this into a fraction. And when you do the math of the division, this comes out to 386. Quite a coincidence, huh? And your question then is, please explain your remark that you may have to increase Frank 26. You actually think that they're going to come back at a rate as their goal, their ultimate goal, to be less than what it was from 2003? So I was just being facetious based on their 1-to-1. If it's coming out at 1-to-1, and Forex is already advertising it and telling them what the international world, get in here. Everybody's going to want it. Everybody. And in my opinion, internationally, it won't stay one to the American dollar. It'll climb up to the old glory days of 344, go up to 386 with what they were calculating. Heck, it might even go more. I don't know the rate. I don't know the date. All I know is that what I said had logic. Question number 24 from Jennifer. If there is a second set of books, how are they working that process out? Jennifer, go rewind and listen to the beginning. Boy, did I talk about the second set of books in depth.
And how are they working it out? Well, I already told you. You go back and check it out. Question number 25 from Jennifer again. Will Melania Trump's birthday on April the 26th be a huge celebration, Dave, for surprises for our country? No, her birthday has nothing to do with anything that we're studying or anything economically. By the way, happy birthday, ma'am. She's something else, isn't she? Oh, man, I got a lot of respect for her. All the stuff she had to go through in the beginning and still, and then keeping her family together, and then probably having to bop Trump in the head about 150 times. Stop it. And now look at her. Good for you, First Lady. And she's pretty, isn't she? Extremely pretty lady. 26. Question number 26 from Sonotech. In your opinion, if the Iraqi stock exchange is reporting a 1,000, it's more than that, percent increase, you never asked me that question. Why didn't you ask me that question? What question? Well, tonight you're talking about 1,001, the fractional banking, right? Yeah. Well, how come my Iraqi stock exchange went to 1,047? The CPI controls fractional banking for their citizens in their currency. Iraqi stock exchange loves fractional banking. They count every penny. Why didn't you ask me that kind of a question, family? Question number 26. In your opinion, if the Iraqi stock exchange is reporting a 1,000 increase in value, wouldn't speculators be buying up every available dinar? Yes. Question number 27. I told you that you shouldn't have said anything, Andy. Question number 27 from Mark and Pam. Hey guys, Frank, in your opinion, do you feel that the BIS has been notified of the rate change of the IQD? Oh, yeah, a long time ago. Yeah. I mean, that's what BIS is, right? The Bank of International Settlements, right? Shoot, the whole international world knows very well what's going on. Oh my goodness gracious. Hold on a second, family. What are the numbers I leave off? So, 26, 27, from Mark and Pam. Do you feel the BIS has been notified? Yeah, a long time ago, when the math was done. Shoot, when was it done? Right after they had finished the experiment of the 1-to-1 on the second set of books. Question, this whole call is in my opinion, right? I don't know anything. Question number 28 from Breezing It. Frank, are the historical gatherings of those at the table involved with the Iraqi monetary reform, the G7 countries? No. No. They'd like to be. No. This whole call is in my opinion. The only countries there is the United States of America and Iraq. And the powerhouses on both sides that deal with the monetary reform of their currency. Question number 29. Frank, I laugh because I bet you they're looking through the window. Let me in. No. You G20 people, how many of you laughed at the president last time, huh? None of us. You want to see the video? You ain't coming into this meeting. You ain't got nothing to do. Basket my donkey. Oh, come on. It's funny if you think about what I just said. From Stephen Doy. Frank, does Trump have all the necessary replacement people standing by and prepared to open the budget should the existing caretaker government be dissolved in early May? Good question. In my opinion, yeah. Oh, heck yeah. Because this meeting that was ongoing, that's now over with, and it's number 7, the whole list, go back and read it. These are the economic things they're going to be doing. Who? The GOI. How? Because the CPI is about to raise the value. Question number 30 from Tigger. Hey, Tigger. How you doing, buddy? Frank, are you okay with me waiving all social distancing with you once the RI has taken place? You know, bow, hug, bow. I don't know. I mean, the old timers will know that I told you that the day that I meet you, the day that you meet me, you'll know it's me because as I approach you, I will slowly bow to you. I'll keep my eyes on you. But once I have bowed, I will reach out to you and I will hug you. I'll hug you so tight, I'll squeeze the toothpaste out of you. And if allowed, I kiss you on the cheek. The early churches met that way. I just thought it was kind of cool. So I do that with people. So, yeah, when I approach you, you'll see me. And as I get closer to you, then I'll reach out to you and I'll just squeeze you. So, yeah, Tigger, I know you. I know you took a shower last week. You're safe. Come on, give me some love. Besides, you know we love you. My wife and I have a lot of respect for you. Question number 31 from my angels are here. Hey, by the way, is this for Jody and Casey? Well, this has got their address on it. Hey, Jody.
I already talked to her.
Well, I didn't talk to her. Can I talk to her?
Yeah.
Hi, Jody. What's up? And Casey Watson. Wow. You guys, here it is. I'm not going to show you, though. I'm not going to show you, okay? But it's in here. You hear it? You put in extra little things for them?
Yeah, we gotta put some other stuff in there.
That's so cute. Oh, very nice, very nice.
Might need a bigger box.
Hey, you got that packing stuff in here.
Yeah,
You know this is cornstarch.
environmental.
You know you can eat it.
Don't do that.
No. A little milk, it's a
You
good
put
sugar.
it in the sink and put water on it and it'll dissolve.
Fine. I don't want to eat the stupid thing anyways. Anyways, question number 31 from Angels Are Here. Frank, it has been stated that designated Prime Minister Al-Qassim does not want to be next Prime Minister. Yeah, I told you that. He's not there to be a Prime Minister. I told you he's got a fuse. Each one of them is a certain length of fuse to do a certain thing for. Who? Daddy. But anyways, I'm glad that you know that. Let's see what you have your question on based on what you know. Does not want to be the Prime Minister now. How soon will the care government take over? If that's the case, since they can no longer nominate any more names. Well, Angels, I'm looking at sometime in the first or second week of next month is when I believe that's enough time that this Parliament didn't know him. I mean, you saw what Eddie said. He's angry, and you saw the toilet paper of Kermit the Frog. He's angry. And Mr. Frank, what? The Shiites. What about them? They have the majority right now, but it's a majority of nothing. They're brain dead. They're vegetable dead, like that other guy. But Mr. Frank, they're telling us that they're going to take over. Take over how? Who voted them in? I don't know. Well, then they're not going to take over anything. So the question that you're asking, will the takeover government take over if that's the case, since they can no longer nominate any names? Yeah, and that's what I think is the goal. I've been telling you that. This is nothing. That should be nothing new. Question number 32 from Casey. Frank and Tink, thank you for everything that you do for us. A while back, you told us that the ATMs in Iraq were loaded with the smaller dinars. Is that still true? Yeah. Oh, yeah, in my opinion. Question number 33 from Phantom Wolf. I mean, that alone tells you how long that this process has been going on to prepare it. Question number 33 from Phantom Wolf, I guess. Are there any more phases after 7, 8, 9, and 10 to worry about, or do you think 10 is the ending one? Well, again, it's an ongoing trickling down of information to the citizens. I think that we'll know when it's over with, when they show them the pictures. What did that audio that you just heard between me and Delta suggest, in our opinion? Question number 34 from Ron Mexico. How confident are you that we will receive our blessing in coordination with the American economy opening up at the same time? Well, how confident? I mean, I'm not going to put a number to that. And you're asking me, so you're saying the value of the Iraqi dollar just went up, and hey, look, our American economy has just gone up. The world's economy will go up. Question number 35 from Constant. In your opinion, will Zane notify its members when there is an official exchange rate? No. What Zane care about the exchange rate? You called Zane to get yourself maybe some, some better service than AT&T, but no. In your opinion, will Zane notify its members when there is an official exchange rate? No, the CBI will, via Zane. Question number 36 from Southern Girl. With the Iraqi Stock Exchange opening on the 26th, what role will OPEC and the 7 countries play a part in the reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar? None that I know of. Absolutely none. Unless they want to invest, and they will. They're not that stupid. They're stubborn, pig-headed, Middle East attitude, but they're not stupid financially. No. Question number 37 from Saucy. Frank, do you think or know if the Iraqi Stock Exchange will work with 2 sets of books? They don't work with 2 sets of books. That question is old. It's been beat up so much. It's so black and blue. You already know the answer. Question number 38 from Twin Eagles. Frank, could you please comment on the lockdown in the islands? I am trying to buy airline tickets for September vacation. Thank you. You're trying to buy tickets? We might as well stop. No, you don't want to travel to Hawaii. This is the mecca of the Asian theater. Wrong place to be. This place. Okay, here's what happens. When you arrive, because you say to yourself, oh, look, we can go to Hawaii for $105 right now, round trip. And I live in Istanbul. Well, good for you, but if you go, I mean, there's a reason why it's cheap, okay? It's kind of like a mousetrap. The airlines don't have any business. You want to do this one? Okay, come on. And then when you get to Hawaii, what happens when you get to Hawaii, babe? Come on over here and tell the family.
What happens when we get here?
Yeah, come here. What happens if you decide that you want to go to vacation to Hawaii right now
Right
because
now.
it's really cheap, you know?
Right.
Robin.
You buy your airplane ticket, and before you land, they say, where are you coming from? Where are you going to be staying? And how long are you going to be staying? What is your phone number in case we need to contact you, which they will, by the way.
Why don't you just put one of those things on my legs?
Yeah, those ankle, well, I don't know what they're called, ankle bracelets.
You going to put that on my leg?
Yeah, because you're kind of going to be under house arrest. When you get off the airplane, they tell you, now that you're here, welcome to Hawaii, but you have to stay in your hotel room or wherever you're supposed to stay for 14 days quarantine.
What?
You cannot come out of the room and go to the store, go to the beach, go to the pool, nothing. You
What?
stay in your room.
What, pizza for 2 weeks?
I guess you have food delivered because you're not allowed to go out.
Okay, I'm coming from somewhere in Florida. I land here because it's really cheap, and I get out, and they say to me, the authorities,
They tell you when you get off the plane.
is it the law?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's mandatory.
Mandatory.
14-day quarantine.
Bummerooski. Well, then don't come. Tell them
Yeah.
about that
Don't come
couple.
now so we can get out of our condo.
Yeah. Tell them about that couple that went to Maui. Was it Maui or Kauai? No,
That's
it's Maui.
one of the couples.
Stupid.
They went to Maui and decided they were going to have a little inter-island vacation. And when they got off the plane, they told them, you have to go straight to your hotel room. It's a 14-day mandatory quarantine, even though it's just inter-island travel. And they understood that. They went and picked up their rental car, and they were told once again, go straight to your hotel. Make sure you stay there for 14 days. And they knew that, and an hour later, the police found them in their rental car in the parking lot of a grocery store and arrested them.
Silly rabbits. And then they got arrested like about 3 days later again. Remember
that's
they?
another
Oh, it's
couple.
another couple. Yeah, they checked that out. Yeah. So, in my opinion, no, you don't want to come to Hawaii right now. You actually don't want to travel anywhere right now. And if you do, please call that airport. You know, your landing destination. Find out what the restrictions are. Number 39, TSM. I would like to clarify. Last week you stated that the U.S. Treasury is flush with cash. How can that be, as they have only run big government deficits for the last 15 or so years, and goes on and goes on and goes on. Well, first of all, they don't owe you anything. You owe them your tax dollar. Number two, what they do with that tax dollar is to protect you and run the country and all that kind of stuff. So maybe they owe you in that respect. Number three, you're not going to know what our government does with our money. And if you think they're going to tell you, you think you're going to get a report, don't be naive. And if they do give you this report of, where we're at with our piggy banks of America, then ask them also for the reports on the black projects. Oh my gosh, those goes into the billions. What is a black project? Well, you're never going to know. You're never going to. Here, I'll give you an example. What was that guy's name? Bendover? Osama Bendover? Ben something or another. Wasn't it? That was his name? You know how much money it took to get him? You know how much it takes to buy intel? You're never going to know. And you think that, how many dinars do you think our treasury has? You see, because our president told you, I think it's about, well, think again, sir. All of this is in my opinion. I'm going to move on because I don't want to spend time with this anymore. Question number 40 from Rain Dancer. Frank, and by the way, hey, Space Force, can I see your budget? They don't even know how long it's been going on, right? Over almost 22, 23 years. Ask Jackie Gleason, he knows. Anyways, question number 40 from Rain Dancer. Frank, last night it was your opinion that the Iraqi Stock Exchange should have waited until the 26th before they made room for more. Why do you think that? Because it's not the smartest way to combat speculation. And the CBI certainly wouldn't have come out and done what they did. They kept it quiet, and then they released it, but in a completely different manner. Question number 41 from, again, Rain Dancer. What intervening window does Iraq use to support the currency? How are they used for currency support? Mainly money exchangers, converters, money converters. That's the way they start out, by offering, by intervening. In other words, including, getting involved with the international world, and because they're doing that, well, they did home. Then the question, but they got to tell it to you. You can see it, or you can see it. It's kind of like, I don't know. Let's see here. Did you feel that? What? This house is haunted. Okay. But I don't care until I see one. 42 from Hurricane. How can the Iraqi Stock Exchange open at 1140% above its previous index point without the RI being seen in the world? It's going to be seen by the world. It's a tool. It's their intervention tool. Question number 43 from Kevin. And that's why I said you should have done that. Speculation running wild. People buy. Okay. 43 from Kevin Allison. Aloha, Frank. What's up? Who is the first persons that you will help first after the blessing? Do they hold a very special place in your heart? Greece. the country of Greece. We left off with 43. Let me take a second. And family, in fact, tomorrow I have another call. One of my doctors is at the Cleveland Clinic. That clinic, when the Lord blesses us, will supply KTFA with a plethora of doctors that have dinars, a plethora of technicians and nurses, a plethora of medicine knowledge, and I'm excited about that. I'm thinking soon I may do a conference call just on that. You know, the next step, what's on the other side for KTFA. We're going to the five corners of the world. And we're going to spread the word of God, because the five corners are the five communist nations left on this planet Earth where God is not allowed. We're going to make a difference. The first communist will be Korea, because I believe that I'm not saying it because Kim Clement said it, but this Kim Clement, I mean, how did he? They would scream, impeach him. What? Come on. So, yeah, I think the KTFA will go to Korea because they'll be combined into one country. They're going to need a lot of help. And if you listen very carefully, Kim Clement said that the Spirit would be born from this area. Well, I want to go help that initial start before I die. So, we, KTFA, we will become a nonprofit. If you want to help and donate to it, thank you. You want to help physically and be a part of us? Come on. Get in the plane with us. I don't think we'll have an airplane. I've learned that the coverage, the logistics, the reasons for it, the finances for it, it's just not worth it. We'll just charter a plane. But we are going to the five communist corners of the world to teach the Word of God. And then we're going to start with Greece as far as medical help, medical and spiritual. Everywhere we go, we're going to heal the body spiritually and physically. Everywhere we go. And we will leave the stamp of KTFA there in a building that will be lit so that all can find it, even from space. So, yeah, to answer your question, who's the first person that I'm going to help? The country of Greece. Because my doctor is from the Cleveland Clinic. And I love him so much. He's my brother in Christ. And he goes to Mexico, he goes to Greece, he goes all over the place with these big teams. One time it almost cost him his life. Yeah, in fact, he flatlined. He got a bad bacterial infection while he was in Mexico. His brother was with him, also a doctor. Took the paddles and boom, 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 brought him back. And he told me, he says, Frank, I'm still willing to go again. Wherever God wants us to go. This whole clinic, right? Everything, Whoa. Question number 44 from MBB49. Frankie, last week in discussion, the 10 topics we are watching, you said that all 10 did not need to complete before
we see the rate change. Do you still stand by that? Yeah, in fact, that was a question that was asked just earlier, and I said yes to it. MBB49. I don't think I've ever heard a question from you. Greetings, welcome. Question number 45 from a Reggae Boy. Yaman. You know I gotta say that, okay? From Reggae Boy. Frank, Monday, lower denoms, ATMs, Article 8, Iraqi Stock Exchange is ready. Iraq now increased value. What factors are influencing not to RV? Okay, well, first of all, Reggae, well, hold on there. Frank, on Monday, lower denoms. Well, yeah, they've already talked about this. There's a new currency coming out. ATM machines, we've already talked about that forward and backwards. And yeah, they have the small, in my opinion, the small notes in them. Article 8, yep, they've been using Article 8. We have an article in our final article thread that says from the IMF, they have been using our tools of Article 8. Oh, well, thank you very much. Iraqi stock is ready. Yep, we taught you. And now you're asking me, Iraq, no increased value. No, ready, Iraqi stock exchange is ready. Iraqis know increased value. Well, no, it's not increased, but they know that what the Iraqi stock exchange did is obvious to them too, what they're doing. But anyways, what factors are influencing not to revalue? That's just another day. I mean, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? The Democrats. And you know what? That's it. That's the answer. The Democrats. Angrier than a hornet. Oh, you could have taken a stick and hit that hornet's nest, and that's the way the Democrats are. They're stinging each other. They're so angry that they're not going to be able to use all of this. Trump is using it before. Frank, how is your question number? Okay, so yeah, sorry. Let's go to question number 46 from Tim. Frank, how is your sister and the restaurant holding up during this pandemic? I told my sister to close it. I told my sister to close the restaurant. When I return in 2 months or in a week, I may reopen it and give food away to those that are hungry in the city of Toledo. Yeah, we can do that. From Tim, Frank, how is your sister and all that? Okay, here we go. 47, I think. Yeah, and I think we're headed towards the end. Maybe one or two more questions. BF Ken. Perhaps this may be something that may or may not happen, but in your opinion, Frank, if the U.S. acquired collapsed oil contracts, would these be a large influence in the influx towards the monetary reform? No, but more in contracts. Because if these collapse, they have to be replaced. And guess with who and what? Yeah, Thanks, Daddy. That's in my opinion. Question number 48 from Sandman1. I think last question, 48. Howdy, Frank. April the 30th happens to be a Thursday. And my understanding is that the last payday for the month, in your opinion, do you believe everything is on track for a small bonus with their salary? You're asking for a date. April the 30th happens to be the Thursday. My understanding is the last payday for the month. In your opinion, do you believe everything is on track for a small bonus with their salary? I wouldn't call a reinstatement a small a bonus. Okay. I might as well, in case I don't come back, let me tell you this. Oh, dear God. Come here, Jim. Squeeze it. Squeeze it on the other side, yes. Yeah, we better go ahead and start to end this. I'm sorry. I had a little pinch there. A little pinch, that's all. And I think I finished, didn't I?
Yeah, I think I finished. And besides, you've had more than enough. A lot more than I had planned to. 2, 3, 4. Oh, jeez, 2.5 hours, almost 3. I don't know how you all put up with me, but I thank you. And again, if you don't mind, I'd really appreciate your. Frankie Kim has a school of the prophets that he teaches. There's 10 classes I watched. James Powell, send me that link to the admin link, okay? Send it to me, please. Alrighty. I don't know what I was saying except thank you for being with us tonight. God bless you all. If you need me, my name is Frank. My phone number is 419-283-2552. And I'm also going to apologize because today's phone calls, oh no, I just did not get a chance to get to them all. So forgive me, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. I promise you. Did you have a good time? Did you learn a lot? So, will you pray for me and as I pray for you? Let's see, Wednesday, we'll find out, okay? And when we have our little, well, then again, I don't know. Maybe we won't be together on Wednesday. But we'll be together this Monday. My dear brother, Walking Stick, once a month we help him. If anybody wants to help, please help. My phone number is 419-283-2552. If you want to help Walking Stick, call me. I'll give you I give you our address, and we'll tell you how we get money to him. And that's about it. Is today Saturday, Jim? Okay. Yeah, that's it. I'll say goodbye to you as I'm looking over here. Let's see any questions. Yes, praying. Good. And I pray that this conference call was helpful to you. I'll see you on Monday. Okay? A hui ho on Monday. God bless you. Be strong. 8, 9, and 10. It really doesn't matter what Iran does, what the Democrats do, what the the elite supreme the parliament does. It really doesn't matter. But it does have to be timed exactly. You know why? My last words to you. You can only give it away once.